Hi, I'm Spencer Bennett with the new 97.9 Light FM KODM Lone Star 92 Peace Officer of the Month, brought to you by M&W Hot Oil Services. And this is the time when we introduce you to some of the men and women who laid their lives on the line for us every single day to keep us safe. Our featured officer this week is Detective Matai, who it's a pleasure to speak with. He is originally from Mozambique.
Yes, sir, Mozambique, Southeast Africa.
Very good to be here with you. How long have you been involved in law enforcement?
In law enforcement, 3 years now.
Really?
Yes, sir.
What interested you? Why did you get involved in law enforcement?
Law enforcement, pretty much, I always wanted to do something greater than myself. So while going to college, I decided to become a basketball coach. That way you can influence so many people, because I decided to do that as a form of ministry. So I was like, well, what a better way to influence people by becoming a coach, a teacher and a coach. So I decided either if I don't become a teacher and a coach, I'll jump in law enforcement.
Wow. That's not the expected answer.
Yeah.
Most people would say, well, I've always wanted to do it since I was a kid. You wanted to give back. You wanted to make a change in people's lives.
Yes, sir. I've been blessed beyond measure. I mean, my life is a testimony alone, and I try to tell people that, everything is possible.
Right.
But, I think it's a waste of time if I just live my life without being able to bless somebody else when I've been blessed all these years,
Mm-hmm.
So law enforcement, just serve. Being a servant, that's the purpose.
Protect
that's the reason.
And serve.
Protect and serve. That's the reason that we're here.
When you see things in the media, and we've all seen negative reports in the media, and police officers portrayed nationally in a negative light, how does that make you feel?
We try to do the best job that we can.
Sure.
A lot of people don't understand. From the time that you wear the uniform, it's a brotherhood, Team Blue Line, brothers in blue. I mean, I gotta protect my brother. I work with these folks every single day, and they got my back, and I have to have their backs.
You have to trust somebody with your life.
With your life, yeah, every single
day.
Of course, we got nationally, internationally, we got some bad apples. It's part of the job. It's part of the human nature. That's who we are, It's good people, it's bad people, everywhere you go,
Right.
So I can't be here in front of you and tell, I know all the cops are good. I wish, but it's part of the human nature. We got good and we got bad. But, it's up to the department to sort the good and bad. And, I give credit to our department for being able to do a good job on that.
You're a defensive instructor, correct?
Yes, I'm one of the defensive tactics instructor for the department.
Right.
I got certified last year, and I get to help with the academy. Also, during the range day, I get to help out with that.
So you can show me some moves. He's laughing because he's like, I'd kill you.
Yeah.
Awesome. And Detective, you won a life-saving award. You received an award for saving somebody's life. Can you tell us that story?
Yes, sir. That was back my first year on my own. I believe I was on my own for about, if I'm not mistaken, 2 months. And I was working with Division A back then. And we had a wanted subject, And on a call, pretty much whenever we go to this wanted subject, it's a call log, Somebody gives us a tip of where the person will be. And on the tip, it shows, the stuff that they're dealing with. And this particular subject didn't want to go back to jail. She says she'd rather die before she goes to jail. So that's one thing that we got to be familiar with before we even make an approach. So we had a sergeant and two other officers. We had to the call. So we got to the apartment building. The subject was staying in a third floor apartment. So we knocked on the door, made contact with her boyfriend at the time. So we talking, we looking for her, but she false ID. No, that's not me. That's not the person that you guys are looking for. And we like, we know that's you, but So one of my sergeant be like, okay, no problem. You don't want to admit that's you. No problem. I'm giving you a chance right now to come clean. No, that's not me. Do you have an ID? No, I don't. But we see her purse on the couch, and we be like, that's her. So pretty much, as you walk in the living room, you got to be aware of your surrounding, because in my head, I already know this subject don't want to go back to jail. Mm-hmm. So she going to try whatever she got to do not to go back to jail. And at that time, we talking to her, and my sergeant just told her, no problem. We got an officer bringing in a picture and with a name and everything. That's when she realized, oh, I'm done. Mm-hmm. And the balcony sliding door was open, and I was by like 2 feet away from it, and she was like a feet away from the balcony. And she turns. That's crazy, man, because that's when you say like an unreal force of power intervene, like divine intervention. Because she turns, she runs, she literally jumps over, and I ran and I caught her by the ankles upside down. Upside down, and I'm holding on her, and then my sergeant yells, she jumped, she jumped, she jumped. And he's coming in to help. So he comes in and helps, and another officer, Officer Kraft and Officer Trent back then, they up on the third floor, they running from the third floor downstairs because they thought she jumped. So they get downstairs, they look up, and she's hanging.
Oh, wow. So
and
you're holding on
the ankles. To the ankles like that, and my sergeant came in and helped, so he grabbed one leg, so I got one leg, and my sergeant got another leg, and they ran back up. And by the time we got one, we holding, we struggling with her to pull that up, and gravity is in her favor, because her whole body, and I'm like, good Lord. So the other two officers come upstairs, man, and it took 4 of us to get her off the rail.
Wow.
Back inside.
But you saved her life.
Yes, wow. Yes, and that was a great experience, man. It's like, after we were done, we're like, wow. We just couldn't believe. I mean, you as a rookie on your own for 3 months, you don't believe anything like that could happen to you, but anything can happen at this job. Anything can happen.
Oh my gosh.
It's very important.
It's been a pleasure talking with you. It really has, and I hope that we get to spend more time together in a non-professional way, because that would mean I was in handcuffs and stuff. And we don't want to do that.
I got it.
But it really has been a pleasure talking to you. And I've got something for you.
Yes, sir.
For being our Peace Officer of the Month, I would like you and your wife to have dinner on us.
Oh, wow.
From Town Square Media to Outback.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Appreciate you guys, man.
Well, we appreciate what you do.
Guys.
And you putting your life on the line for us. Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you.